Welcome to the Sussex First Grade class. The class is going to introduce you to some of our fine feathered friends that live along the Clark Fork River.
This is the osprey. It loves to eat fish, and it has grip on its hands, and it has really sharp claws, and it loves to eat fish. Builds its nest in hollow trees, and this is what it sounds like. This is the western meadowlark. Its habitat is prairies, farmlands, and some places along the Clark Fork River, and it eats grain, seeds, and wheat. And this is what it sounds like. This is the magpie. They live by the Clark Fork River. It eats seeds and berries, and a fact about it is it has a long tail. And this is what it sounds like. This is the bald eagle. Its habitat is along the Clark Fork River, and it eats fish. And sometimes this is its fact, sometimes it tastes ospreys and tries to get its food, and the osprey, it gets afraid of the bald eagle, and this grips its hands its claws like this. And this is what it sounds like. This is the sapsucker. It finds a tree and pecks the circle of holes in it. Then it leaves, and the sap runs out of the holes. Then the bugs crawl up the tree, and they get stuck in the sap. Then the sapsucker comes back and eats the bugs. And this is what it sounds like. This is an American crow. It lives in woodlands and forests by the Clark Fork River, and it eats other birds' eggs and seeds and berries and other things, and it sleeps in trees in flocks of thousands, and it sounds like this. Ha, ha. This is the American rabbit. It likes to live in many places, like yards, fields, forests, and areas around the Clark Fork River. The robin eats fruit, earthworms, and insects. The size of the robin is 8 to 11 inches. This is what it sounds like. This is a mallard duck. It lives in the Clark Fork River, and it eats plants in the water, and this is what it sounds like. This is the pileated woodpecker. It lives in tall trees near the Clark Fork River. It's the longest woodpecker in the world. It can fly to 50 feet long to 78 gallons far. It eats bugs from the trees. It has a stuff in its head to its beak so it doesn't get brain damage, and this is what it sounds like. This is the hairy woodpecker. It lives close to the Clark Fork River, and it lives in trees near the Clark Fork River, and they eat ants, slugs, and grubs, and it sounds like this. This is the American dipper. It eats aquatic insects. It lives along the Clark Fork River, and this is what it moves like. This is the downy woodpecker. It lives around the Clark Fork River. It likes to eat insects that live on tall grasses, but it also eats berries and seeds. And it has a soft cushion from its beak to its brain, so it doesn't get brain injuries when it's hitting its head against trees all day. And it has feathers on its nostrils, and so it doesn't get wood chips in its nose when it's pecking, and this is what it sounds like. This is the hummingbird. Its nest is as big as the quarter. Its habitat is along the Clark Fork River. Its eggs are as big as jelly beans. And it loves to drink nectar from flowers, and this is how it sounds. This is the northern flicker. Its habitat is hollow trees, and it likes to eat insects. This is what it sounds like. This is the belted kingfisher. It lives in the rivers like the Clark Fork. It has spiky hair, has sharp talons, and I also have a joke about it. It would have a belt, and it would be a king, and it would be a fisher. And it sounds like this. This is the great blue heron. It lives in rivers like the Clark Fork River. It eats fish. This is the sound it makes.